Hello, my name is Margaret Rhodes, and I'm going to be talking about Hayao Miyazaki, who is an animator, a director of animation, and a co-founder of Studio Ghibli. He is responsible for bringing to life numerous stories, several of which were a big part of my childhood, and are still movies I enjoy to this day. This is a quote from Miyazaki, expressing his opinions on 2D animation, and what is needed to become an animator. When we were animating fire, some staff said that they had never seen wood burning. I said, "Go watch." It had disappeared from their daily lives. Japanese baths used to be made by burning firewood, and now you press a button. I don't think you can become an animator if you don't have any experience. Hayao Miyazaki. Without experience on how the world around you moves, you, as an animator, can never replicate it convincingly. Now, realism isn't often something associated with animated kids' movies, but Miyazaki has discovered a way to tell a story through animation, and yet still make the world around the story so realistic that audiences can sometimes forget what they're watching is animated. I'm going to show you a few picture examples of his work, starting with the first film he directed for Studio Ghibli in 1984, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. This film actually resulted in the creation of Studio Ghibli's strict no edits abroad licensing policy, because when Nausicaa came to the US, it was heavily Americanized, renamed Warriors of the Wind, and had the plot rewritten. This policy was further highlighted with the US release of another Miyazaki movie, Princess Mononoke, when a chairman of Miramax suggested editing the film to make it more marketable. Rumor has it that a Studio Ghibli producer sent an authentic katana to Miramax with the simple message, "No cuts." Miyazaki has continued to direct and produce his studio's films over the years, including favorites such as My Neighbor Totoro, the adventure of two young girls and the local forest spirit they meet, and Kiki's Delivery Service, a tale of a young witch coming of age and leaving home to live on her own for the first time, which was and is a personal favorite of mine. The animation of water, especially in My Neighbor Totoro, is beautiful to watch, and it shows just how much dedication Miyazaki has to realism, even in hand-drawn animation. In Kiki's Delivery Service, you get even more of that realism. You see this beautifully detailed world surrounding the characters come to life whenever the action slows down. Most recently, Studio Ghibli and Miyazaki are back in the public eye with Ponyo, the story of a human boy and his relationship with a goldfish princess who longs to be human. Miyazaki himself drew most of the sea and wave imagery by hand, experimenting to make it as expressionistic as possible. John Lasseter said that he had never seen water so beautifully animated before, and I agree. The animation is, for lack of a better term, incredibly fluid, and I'm amazed that anyone could draw that by hand. Hayao Miyazaki began his career as a manga artist, then moved into animation and directing. He is one of Japan's greatest directors of animation, and has been bringing fantastic stories to life with the fading art of 2D animation since 1978. He is a master of his craft.